Gary was there, and Gary said, "No, I've got it." So then it's
Sunday, the 27th of November. Welcome to the Willows for the Stones Bitter Rugby League Championship game between Salford and Leeds. Salford, who at the moment are lying 5th, and Leeds are lying 4th, both teams on 12 points because of the cup tie commitments, the John Player Cup tie commitments this afternoon. The winner of today's contest could well finish level with Widnes in second place, who are on 14 points. Salford had a great revival this season, must be feeling very confident and very cocky after the tremendous win last week, having taken the scalp of Wigan. Leeds, of course, some tremendous players, a team absolutely bursting with talent, a lot of internationals, both English and from down under. So this afternoon we should see a tremendous battle between these two teams fighting for top 4 places. The Salford team this afternoon, at number 1 is Gibson, at 2 Jones, 3 is Bentley, 4 is Braga, who had a rough introduction last week, having lost 3 teeth in a tussle with Bell very early on in the game. So he was making his debut last week. We didn't see an awful lot of him. Went off very early doors. At number 5 is Hadley, 6 Shaw, 7 Kearns. At 8 is Herbert, 9 Moran and 10 Brown. 11 Gormley, 12 Blease, and at loose forward 13 Horo. And the Salford substitutes this afternoon: at 14 is Mercer, and at 15 Worrell. The Leeds team this afternoon: Ettinghausen at full back, Bentley, the new signing from Sale and England Rugby Union, is on the right wing at 2, Schofield, Great Britain international, at 3, Stevenson, another international, at 4, Carl Gibson at 5, Lyons at 6, Ashton at 7, and in the pack, a big pack for Leeds, at 8 is Bacco, 9 Maskell, 10 Crooks, 11 Powell, 12 Brooke Cowden, 13 Heron, and the Leeds subs: 14 Medley, 15 Waddle. Salford having won the toss, it will be Schofield to kick off for Leeds from right to left, right up to the try line. Oh, and knocked on right in the opening stages. A little bit of nervousness and tension. Gibson not taking it cleanly, knocks on, so it's scrum down. And it will be Ashton to feed, and Ashton gets it out. And the cross for the penalty for an obstruction. Referee Holdsworth, top referee in the league, very quick to spot that obstruction. As Salford were coming around chasing that ball, and that's a bit of a let-off for Salford, and bad mistake by Leeds. Long kick from a narrow angle. Touch judge marks it almost on the halfway line. Moran takes the tap penalty. Herbert taking them on in the early exchanges. Gets it out onto Brown. Brown trying to force his way through. Moran from Hackney half-back. Kearns sending a long one. Oh, a beautiful break by Salford, tearing down the middle. Over into 25, it's lobbed inside, and it's a forward pass. Well, that was a beautiful break by the second row there. They went streaking through. Ashton to feed, 15 yards out from his own line, shoots out his side. Lyon and Salford up quickly to smother Leeds, holding them down, bringing it away from acting half-back. Salford going in to meet them. Maskell from behind to play the ball, keeping it tight forwards, coming hard. Crooks, good strong driving run by Crooks, brings it outside the Leeds 25. Maskell once again Forwards coming through, and that's gone forward. Ball's loose. Leeds regain possession, so the referee gives the knock on. Bacco unable to take it as he came through on the burst. Ball was lost. So Salford have the first feed of the scrum. It's the third scrum. 2 so far to Leeds. Kearns comes out. Kearns going round the narrow side, out onto Braga. Braga coming back into the middle, and his feet are taken from under him. Gormley from Brown going through from behind to play the ball, running very, very strongly, takes it over the 25. Moran. Kearns waiting first pass, misses him out. A long one coming cross field, and Salford being pushed back as the Leeds defence come out very, very quickly. Comes out to Shaw. Shaw moving it on to Horo. Gibson. And Leeds holding them. Powell coming in strongly. Upends his man and dumps him. Brown puts in a nice little grubber kick, but it's going to be taken. Medley knocked on. Didn't take it cleanly. Ettinghausen making a mess of that nice kick by Brown. Just inside the touchline. Shoots straight out the side of the scrum, and Ashton onto it quickly, but Kearns has been penalised for not retiring at the pack. So it's a penalty for Leeds. 20 yards out. No mistake with the kick. Lyons bangs it into touch. Maskell coming up. Onto Bacco. Bacco coming in hard, being met determinedly by the Salford forwards. Maskell waiting onto Crooks. Crooks goes driving forward, keeping it tight in the pack at the moment. As once again, Maskell this time out to Ashton. Ashton onto Lyons. Lyons gets it out. Heron gets it onto... And Salford cover across the field quickly. Both sides finding it hard to pierce the defences. Kick through from Schofield, rolling towards the corner flag, kept in play. Hadley coming inside, bounced down just outside his own try line. Fullback having to bring it away. Gibson coming wide across the field and strongly, and that was a good, powerful clearing run by Gibson. Plays the ball to himself, powers his way forward, and a penalty. The play the ball offence. Some of these people, some of the players still not got used to the play the ball rule for the charger. So it will be Salford right in the middle of the their own 25 line. Touch found 7 or 8 yards short of the halfway line. Moran coming up with a tap. Gives a little dummy. Moran running through from behind to play the ball. Takes it over the halfway line. Horo waiting for the play the ball, switch on to Kearns. Kearns dumbing with it, brings Shaw back inside. Shaw taking them with him, eventually goes down, tackled by Powell. Quick play the ball, Moran out to Kearns. Kearns trying to get it behind the defence, and Salford lose the footing. Still 10 yards inside the Leeds half, and Leeds coming up on them very, very quickly. Salford tight in the forwards at the moment, being hurled back as Ashton goes in. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. Salford lined up ready for the kick, and it's flung. Brown hoists a high one. Awkward one for Ettinghausen. Takes it well on his own try line. Coming away strongly. Good run by Ettinghausen right over the 25 line. For eventually he's well tackled by Shaw. Good tackle by Shaw. Now Lyon turning it back inside. Lobs a high one. Ashton being forced back inside. Big, strong, burly forward, battering the way through. Brookhound gets it out onto Bacco. Bacco followed by the Salford pack, playing like tigers, as Maskell flings the ball back onto Lyons. Lyons into the 25, it should be covered comfortably. Jones running crossfield. Easy target for the Tattlers. And the charges round very, very quickly. Groans from the Salford Spectre, a little bit slow behind the play of the ball. Salford a bit bogged down at this play of the ball. Leeds are coming in very, very quickly, and that's a high lobbed pass, and the kick comes behind the defence. At Schofield coming straight down the field, coming hard, easily smothered. Stevenson waiting for the play of the ball, having a run from acting half-back, only gains a couple of yards. Carl Gibson decides he's going to have a run, straightening up, and he's stopped dead in his tracks. Leeds gaining no ground at the moment as Maskell comes up. Out to Ashton. Ashton on to Crooks. Crooks taking them with him, and he managed to get his pass in, on to Powell. And the ball's gone loose, but Powell regains possession. Leeds driving in hard now as Lyon makes a break, turns it back inside for Schofield. Schofield gets his pass in, back on to Schofield. Schofield sidestepping his way, gets his pass in, and the held, inches short, and it's a double movement. A double movement, says Holdsworth. He was right on top of it. And Leeds had Salford absolutely mesmerised there with some quick, fast, accurate into-passing. And finally right on the try line, and that's a poor kick out, goes out onto the wing, and Salford coming out quickly, averted the danger for the moment. Once again they're driving hard at the Salford line. Leeds had more possession in these early stages, now they're spreading it wide across the feed. On to Powell. Powell trying to go through. He's still on his feet. They're not putting him down. Strong, determined running. He will not die with the ball. A long pass out to Gibson. Gibson knocks off one. Still on his feet. Comes away from the touchline. And he's put down 15 yards out. Out to Ashton. Ashton moving it across field. Crooks getting it going on to Heron. Heron slips the tackle. The ball's gone loose, and Salford grateful to have that. They've been under a lot of pressure in their own 25. Now it's up to the hard graft from the forwards as they fight for every inch of ground, fighting the way out of their own 25, away from the danger zone. Out to Shaw. Shaw holding it. Little short pass. Looking for support. Can't get it back to Shaw. Quick play by Salford. Running it away. And Bentley's dropped it and lost possession, giving it back to Leeds. Maskell from behind the play of the ball on to Bacco. One goes low, one goes high, and he has to die with it. Maskell on to Powell. Powell coming up hard up to the 25. And Leeds turning on the heat now. On to Ashton. Ashton, a long wide pass. Well read by Salford. They're coming hard into the tattle. Salford having to battle hard as the ball turned inside and knocked on. Leeds lost possession, couldn't take it cleanly, so it'll be a scrum down, and Salford under a lot of pressure as Leeds are playing some real power stuff inside the Salford 25. Big Kearns to feed, referee on the narrow side of the field, comes out to Kearns. On to Shaw. Shaw moves it across. There's a gap if they can get through it, but it's well covered. Ettinghausen coming across well, takes his man on the 25 line. Bit of a wasted tattle by Salford. Jones coming up from behind the play of the ball onto Shaw. Shaw turning and twisting, and he's not making any progress at all as Moran comes over. Ball flung back for the kick. Lyons chasing it back. Lyons on his own 25. Onto Ettinghausen, who's so strong and makes another good run. His ankles are tapped, and down he has to go. Onto Lyons. Lyons kicks behind the defence. A good defence, forcing the full-back to retreat. Right to his own try line. Gibson now in the wilderness on his own. Gets away from one, and then the cover comes to take him, and he's held, and we're back again in the Salford 25. Salford really struggling as Leeds are coming in very quickly and holding them down, pinning them down. Salford trying to kick the way out of trouble, and that looks as if it could be a good one, and it bounces nicely for them and rolls into touch. Beautifully placed kick, finds touch, 10 yards outside the Leeds 25. About 12 minutes gone. Ashton to feed, and Ashton gets it out. On to Lyons, on to Gibson, who's linked him. Gibson trying to come through the middle. Ashton waiting behind the play of the ball. Out on to Crook. Crook's a long one. Out to Bentley on the wing. Bentley coming inside. Can't get into his stride. And he's hurled back by the Salford defenders. Once again, the forwards bullocking, barging, trying to bash the way through and crack the defence by sheer brute force. Ashton moving across field. Slipped on to Powell. Powell, and this time they like him round bees round the honeypot. And now it's Leeds who are finding it difficult, and they're resorting to the kick, left-footed. Jones having to go into his own 25. It sits up for him. A lot of Leeds jerseys in front of him. Bentley moving it across the field to Gibson, who's linked up, and he's knocked down to the ground. Moran coming over for the play of the ball. Bit of lying on. Yes, the referee spotted it. Gibson being held down, gets the penalty. Brown will kick for touch down the Leeds left wing. High ball, few yards inside the Leeds half. Moran coming up onto Herbert, and he's met solidly. Moran onto Brown. Brown taking them on, keeping it among the forwards. Kearns doing a switch of direction. Gormley going in hard, managed to get his pass into Gibson. Bit of an infirmary pass as the two Gibsons meet. Kearns trying a long pass, and Salford losing ground, and lucky to have that ball. Referee's going to give the knock on, said he dropped it. Salford going round in decreasing circles. Packs meeting badly, and a penalty for incorrect feeding. Ashton having a word with Mr. Holdsworth. And Brown will kick for touch. Gains him a lot of ground. It's a good kick. Moran coming up as Herbert first pass. Herbert powering onto that, looking to get shot, but his arms are locked. Moran on to Brown. Now Brown taking them on. Still on his feet, managing to get his pass into Moran. Moran dancing and jinking about, but there's no way through for him. Now it's Horo waiting for the play of the ball. Horo on to Kearns. Kearns a long wide pass, and Salford trying to bash the way down the middle. Kearns waiting behind the play of the ball. On to Shaw. Shaw moving it across, and Crooks comes in powerfully to bury his man. Kearns holding it, moving it across. Nice little kick through by Braga. Referee says play on as Ettinghausen picks it up. Gibson waiting behind the play of the ball, running cross field, not gained any ground. Suddenly straightens up, gains a good 10 yards. Maskell from behind the play of the ball onto Crooks, and Crooks' feet go from under him, and he slips and dies with it. Maskell. And it's still tight among the forwards as Bacco slips it. Back to Crook. Crooks puts in a kick. Jones chasing it on the halfway line. Jones has it. Puts in a little overhead kick, but straight into touch. Groans of frustration from the Salford crowd, but he was faced with three defenders. Tried a little overhead kick, didn't come off, and so it will be Ashton to feed. Ashton gets in a long one, out to Lyons, Lyons to Stevenson, Schofield to Ettinghausen, who's linked up, bringing Bentley inside, Bentley moving quick, moved well there, a lot of speed in that run. On his debut in rugby league. Now Salford having to backpedal and defend hard as Leeds turn it on, and there was hesitation by Schofield before Brooke Cowden came tearing onto that one. Out to Ashton, Ashton to Crooks, back on to Ashton, to Lyons, Lyons along, one out to Carl Gibson. Carl Gibson's knocking them off one after another, showing a lot of power and determination before he's eventually put down. Backo on to Ashton, Ashton on to Crooks, Crooks trying to come back down the middle, back on to Maskell, Maskell going for the line and his legs are taken from under him in the fifth tackle. Ashton coming up, lobs it back to Schofield, who hoists a high, dangerous ball right on the line. They're all up for it, it's knocked on surely. And the referee says it was on the sixth tackle, so it's the rollover. Salford having to fight away again, away from their own try line, been under a lot of pressure. Forwards now doing the hard grafting work, bringing it away. Moran darting through from Acton Harpack and he slips. It's been a heavy frost last night, it's affecting the footing. Brown, Ettinghausen going across for it, no problem taking it. Well tattled. Horo taking Ettinghausen very well, and now David Stevenson trying to break through, taking them with him. Ashton from behind to play the ball on to Backo. Big, hefty, bulky prop forward. Powell taking it on, decided he's going to go on. Cut out cleanly by the Salford defenders. Little switch of direction by the half-backs. A long one out to Brooke Cowden. Managed to slip the ball. Referee says play on. Overhead pass. Jones wraps him up well. Make sure he can't get his pass out. Lyons from behind to play the ball. Dancing his way through. Puts a little overhead kick. Covered well by Salford and taken cleanly. Shaw waiting behind to play the ball. A short pass. Herbert driving into the defenders. And this is a real war of attrition between these two teams. Long one, straight to Braga. Braga coming back inside. Still on his feet. And one feels he might have got rid of it, but he's near his own line and perhaps deciding to play it safe. Leeds pinning Salford down in the Salford 25. Once again, the kick is used to relieve the pressure. Ettinghausen all the time in the world to take it on the halfway line. Lost his wingman. Jones comes in with Bentley to take him. David Stevenson running crossfield. Ashton from behind to play the ball. Backo going crossfield and getting nowhere with it. Plays it to himself. Referee says it's on. It's been intercepted as Backo tried to get it moving, and that was nearly intercepted again. And there's a knock-on. Knocks on all over the place. Perhaps a little bit of frustration creeping into both sides as they're finding it very hard to crack defences. Halfway through the first half, still no score on the board. Ashton puts the ball in and Salford have won it against the head. Kearns goes round the narrow side onto Braga. Braga gets over the halfway line. Salford finding it very hard against this big, hefty Leeds pack who are coming in very strongly. Onto Shaw. Shaw going down the middle. Plenty of players there to take him, but he shows great determination as he battles his way forward. Plays it to himself. Referee says it's all right. It comes out to Kearns. Kearns moving a little kick. Been intercepted by Lyons. Lyons gets it moving quickly. Heron whips it out onto Powell. And Powell surrounded by Salford defenders. Crook driving hard like a juggernaut, powering his way over the halfway line. Out to Ashton. Ashton hands it on to Bacco. Bacco still on his feet, taking 3 of them to force him down to the deck. Whip back to Ashton. Ashton a long one on to Lyon. Lyon holding it. His hand going to go down the middle. Ball's loose. Referee says play on as it comes to Powell. Ashton. Schofield kicks behind the defence. A long-ranging grubber kick. And both defences right on top, and it's very hard to break them down, but that pushed Salford back again into their own 25, manoeuvring for position, heaving and thrutching in that front row. Got Moran having a job getting his head in, and he's penalised. Kearns is penalised for incorrect feeding, and the double advantage still. Manius one sometimes thinks there's not much else place a scrum half can put the ball. There's usually feet all over the place. Lions. Little bit of doubt, deciding what they're going to do. They're going to take a tap penalty. Foot in the forwards, turned. Goes out to Lyon. Lyon dumbing it, and that was quite ineffective. Produced nothing at all. And he's lost the ball as he's getting up. Have a little protest from Lions, not very vociferous. So Kearns with a second chance to feed the scrum. Front rows meet. Ball's in, comes straight out the side. Got to go in again. Very untidy scrummaging as the front rows go down on the floor. Kearns feeds, and this time Leeds won it against the head. Lions holding it, trying to go through, jumping his way, and he fell to the ground. Good tackling, Ettinghausen from behind to play the ball onto Stevenson. Stevenson, a wild pass, rolls into touch. So Leeds, having won one against the head, moved the ball right to the other side of the field and threw it into touch without an inch of ground being gained. Salford trainer wanted to come on the field to give attention to the ball. Shoots out of the scrum. Long one, and it's been dropped. Well, there's some very scrappy, untidy play going on at the moment. And at last the Salford trainer manages to get on. Game held up for the injury. And this time it's Leeds to feed, and it shoots away, and a long one comes across to Lions. Schofield onto Stevenson, onto Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen going for the line, onto Gibson, and Gibson's in at the corner. Well, that was good fast passing along the line from the scrum. They worked the loop well, and Gibson, all he had to do was take it cleanly and fly for the corner. So after 25 minutes play, Leeds eventually go into a 4-0 lead. David Stevenson then round the corner, right-footed, stabs at it and pulls it wide of the near post. Salford 0, Leeds 4. A couple of minutes short of the half hour. Leeds in their own 25 now, coming strongly up. The powerful run brings it right up to the 25 line. Forwards coming in strongly, sucking in the defenders, then spreading the ball out across and onto Powell. He's having a job putting Powell down, and eventually it's with smallest man on the field, Kearns, who eventually brings him. It's flung back for the kick. Ashton's right down the field very quickly as it sits up for Jones on his 25 line, onto Gibson. Gibson, rather a dangerous pass. He's fell to the ground with strong tackling by Crooks. Shaw now moving it across field, and Salford going sideways at the moment, and under a lot of pressure from the Salford defenders. "35 yards out from the Salford line. Now Salford spend. There's a big overlap on they couldn't get it out to this wing. It's slow behind to play the ball. Kick comes through. Schofield back on the 25 line, and Schofield going to kick it back, and it's a good kick, rolling in the 25. There were moans from the Salford, from the Leeds supporters when Schofield put that kick in, but it proved to be a highly intelligent and a highly effective kick. And once again, Salford are pushed back. This must be heartbreaking for them that any time they make any progress, they're back in their own 25. Kearns with it, on to Shaw, Shaw holding, on to Gibson, made a break, coming strongly, couldn't get it out to the support. And as he goes down, he can't hang on to the ball. And so it'll be a scrum down, and Gibson shaken in that tackle. That's probably why he lost possession, needing attention, but he'd come onto that very strongly, but couldn't get it out to Bentley, who was backing him up. So it will be Ashton to feed, 10 yards outside the Salford 25. Referee having a little chat with the front rows as the Salford trainer still giving attention. Referee waving the play on, and the front rows go belting into each other.
Get a loose forward. Get a loose forward now.
Referee having a job sorting them out. And that came out of the side of the tunnel. The referee lets it go as Lyon dummies his way through, turns it back inside to Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen going for the line, and he's taken, and he slides over. And there's battling going on. Touch judges on. Bacco's involved. Moran was involved, Maskell was involved, Gibson I think was trying to separate them. Touch judge going to have a word with the referee, but Ettinghausen. Referee reading the right act, calming the forwards down. Two number 8s. Friendly little battle of their own. 8 points to 0 then to Leeds. Stevenson, a comparatively simple kick on the 25. Halfway in from the touchline, from the right-hand touchline. And Leeds on top at the moment, well on top. David Stevens stabs at it and misses it, pulls it across the face. So Leeds with 2 tries to the credit. And Salford have never yet threatened the Leeds line. In fact, I don't think they've hardly ever been inside the Leeds 25. Leeds forwards rampant at the moment, overcoming the Salford 6 as Crooks now comes driving in, can't get his pass in, but quite happy to keep possession. Flung back a long one for the kick. Long one, knocked on I think, referee says no. Gibson with a very awkward ball to take, right on his toes. Jones running cross field, and once again we're back to the Salford 25. Moran moves it on to Shaw. Shaw little kick. being chased up, but the referee's not giving any obstruction, which they thought they were going to get. Lyons trying to force his way through from the play of the ball. Heron, little dummy from behind the play of the ball, taking it out. Still on his feet, makes a break. This could well be another try. And Ettinghauser has his feet taken from under him, 10 yards out. Leeds piling it on now as it comes out onto Crooks. Crooks driving in hard. Backo from behind the play of the ball. Onto Schofield. Schofield dummies trying to go for the line. And his pass has been knocked down, been intercepted. And Salford have it inches out from their own line. And Salford like a battle clearing station in the Salford ranks, and bodies lying all over the place as they're taking a tremendous pounding from this Leeds side. Powell coming in quickly, holding Salford down, and this is the only way they can clear it. A long kick coming to Ettinghausen. He has no problem with it. Who's so big and strong, has lost his balance a little bit there and has to go down as Cairns comes in. Maskell moving it out to the right, and Salford finding it very difficult to put the men down. Ashton moving it across field. Backo being pushed back and taking the ball off him. A good play by Salford there. They desperately needed that. That'll be a big help to them. Oh, great Ugas from the far side of the field. Backo again in this, and there's no love lost between these forwards at the moment. Certainly no Christmas spirit in this game, and it looks as if Backo is sin binned about 5 minutes before the half-time hooter is due to go. Referee signalling that a knee went in. And Salford bring it up to 10 yards from the 25 line. Salford lining up for a bit of a fancy move here, bit of a switch of direction. Shaw can't get through, he's snatched out of the air. Out to Kearns. Kearns moving it across. Blees going back inside, he loses possession. Referee said he knocked it on. And Shaw is also limping badly, looking in a bit of a mess. And Leeds surging down the field now, over the halfway line. And Salford are visibly wilting. Substitution going to be made on the Salford side due to injuries, as the stretch very much in. Crooks can't take it cleanly, coming on to a short pass, knocks on. And Shaw is coming off. And Mercer is coming on. Bentley going to stand off. Mercer gone onto the wing. Goes out to Bentley. Bentley holding it on to Gibson. Gibson turning back inside. Running into the opposition. Throws a wild pass and Hall Brown can do his fall on it. Moran from behind the play the ball. Powerful running by Salford. Gormley came in really well then, a little switch. But Leeds moving in very quickly. Horo onto Bentley, get him killed. All Braga can do is fall on it and he can't get hold of it. And Leeds got it back. And not getting up. None too happy. On to Powell. And Powell taking them with him. After he was held, he's still getting a good 3 yards of ground. Ashton onto Lyons, onto Stevenson, out to Gibson. Gibson going inside, eluding 2 players before he goes down. Lyons behind to play the ball onto Schofield. Schofield a long pass onto Ashton. Ashton straightens up, dancing his way down the middle, managed to get his pass in, keeping it well onto Stevenson. Stevenson's pass a bit wild, but it goes to Powell. Powell going hard, Powell going for the line, turning it back inside. Salford cover going back, Witt back inside, and this is and Schofield held, and he gets his pass in, and Leeds are over for the 3rd try. And it's Brooke Carden who goes in for Leeds' 3rd try. Salford 0, Leeds 12, as we come up to injury time. Leeds certainly deserve the lead. They've been right on top. Territorially, it's been all theirs. And this time it's enough. Still 2 points. The other 2 were way off target. That one hit the post and over the crossbar. There goes the hooter for a half, which Leeds have completely dominated and go in for half-time leading by 14 points to 0.
Welcome to the Willows, home of Salford and the Red Devil Supporters Shop. The club shop is open 5 days a week as well as match days for all your club souvenirs and memorabilia. We stock a large selection of gifts and presents, from scarves and hats to pennants and badges, to watches and replica rugby balls. A must for supporters both young and old. We also have a large selection of excellent quality Salford sports clothing, including jumpers, sweatshirts, t-shirts, polo shirts and team shirts, and much, much more, all carrying the famous club crest or the team logo, and of which give great value for money.
When you're riding
These are just a small selection of items that are readily available to you exclusively from our Red Devils supporters shop. Why not make somebody happy this Christmas and pop in to see us at the shop and choose from a great selection of gifts. Don't forget, we are open Monday to Friday as well as match days.
Could be Gormley because he was limping.
Ten's on.
Gormley's on.
Oro's on.
No, it's Gormley.
Gormley's gone off. And so, with Leeds leading by 14 points to 0, and a substitution having been made on the Warrington on the Salford side, Worrell has come on in place of Gormley. Little bit awkward bouncing ball. Salford up quickly. The last half was played down where they are now. They wonder if Leeds might find it just as difficult to bring it away as Ashton comes over from behind to play the ball. Maskell hands it on. Flung back for the kick. Left-footed. To the Salford 25. Gibson dumbing with it, taking it outside. His feet go from under him. And Salford going back very, very slowly. As Mercer makes a lovely break, going over the halfway line, coming inside. Good strong run. First time that Salford have really cracked the defence, moving it across field. Long one going across onto Blease, and his feet are taken from under him. Hadley coming inside, goes down in the fifth tackle. Moran coming over. Brown hoists a high one. Got snow on it, that one as they get under it. It's taken by Salford, it's on the last tackle. They've lost possession, and so Leeds bringing it away. Schofield powering his way, dumming, broken through. An outrageous dummy by Schofield onto Bentley. And Kearns covering back well, takes him. Schofield to Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen moving it across field. Maskell hands it on. Heron keeping the ball, moves, it goes to Crook. Crook sends out a very bad pass that rolls along the floor, it goes out to Gibson. Gibson over the 25 line, bounces it up, turns it back inside, looking for support. Leeds keeping it moving well, going for the line. Held 10 yards out, good play by Leeds. Keeping that ball moving as if it were red hot now, spraying it across the field as Lyons sends a long one to Heron, to Schofield, to Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen inside to Bentley. Bentley's pass loses possession, and now it's Salford's turn as they come driving forward, and Herbert's lost the ball. Been picked up by Brookcan. Brookcan just throws it away. Powell picks up the loose ball. Powell driving it hard. Eventually he's buried. Maskell onto Heron. Heron changing direction. On to Brookcan, who's downed. Maskell to Schofield. Schofield, a long one to Crooks. Crooks Has his feet taken from under him, dies in the tattle. Ashton from behind the play of the ball, having a little dart, bringing Stevenson inside. He's going for the line, sidestepping his way through. Lets the ball go, and Salford should have that. Salford's ball. Salford back 5 yards from their own try line. Well, with a real flurry of excitement there with that football, but now it's safe and secure among the forwards, but Leeds defenders moving in quickly, pinning Salford down. Moran lobs it back for the kick. That's a deep one, but it's straight down Ettinghausen's throat. Ettinghausen coming down the middle. Kearns takes him. Masco. Crooks driving in hard. Masco, switch of direction onto Brookcowden. Brookcowden taking them on, and he's Masco to Ashton. Ashton doing the run around, not giving back to him as Heron goes for the line. He's plenty of support, gets it to Ashton. Ashton's still on his feet, but he can't get rid of the ball. Bit of mauling going on in the tattle as Heron comes over. Heron to Schofield, holding it, a long one out to Crooks. And good tackling, coming strongly. Schofield hoists a high ball. And it's been dropped. Knock on. Scrum down, 10 yards out from the Salford line. Be Ashton to put it in. Facts wheeling all over the place. Referee breaking them up. They'd moved a good 10 yards. And now Leeds back to 13 players as Bacco comes on the field once more. He's goes in at loose forward for this scrum. Ashton on to Lyon. Lyon holding it. Reverse pass to Schofield. Lyon from behind the play of the ball. Bacco can't take it, and Salford have it. Salford 10 yards out from their own line. Penalty, lying on, holding him down in the tattle. And that clears the line, brings it 10 yards outside the 25. Moran, short one onto Herbert. Moran, Kearns doing a dummy run. Heron comes in, stultifies the move. Kearns from behind the play of the ball. Kearns misses the return pass. And Brookcowden has gone off. Be Ashton to feed the scrum. Front rows fighting for position. Moran having a job getting his head in. Steam coming out of the back, and once again, and this time Salford are being penalised for not getting in. The referee signalling that a fist came through. There was a bit of trouble going on in the front rows. And Schofield bangs it into touch. And Bacco going in powerfully, and Medley has come on. Plays for Brookcowden as Maskell onto Powell. Powell slips and slides on the greasy surface. Maskell onto Ashton. Ashton, long pass which has been knocked down. Referee's seen it.
can't see for that bloody stancing there.
There's being biased, there's being biased.
Oro coming in quickly, couldn't quite take it, knocked it down. Ashton feeds, and Salford have won it against the head. And a penalty to Salford for Leeds, not retired. They decide they're going to take the tap penalty. And they might have been better going for touch. They've not gained anything. They've still got the 6 tackles to come. And Leeds are holding Salford very well at the moment. Salford now spraying it about a bit. And the break's on and they can capitalise on it. But they've knocked on. Braga couldn't take it cleanly. Knocks it on. And so we scrum down. Still 10 yards inside the Salford half. Out onto Lyon. Lyon moving it across field to Schofield. Schofield doing a dummy onto Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen who's run so well out to Gibson. Gibson coming inside over the 25 line. A lot of power and a lot of pace in the Leeds attack there as they surge down the field. Touch shot, spotting something over on the far side.
Who's feeding? Another time.
And going to be a penalty against Salford for an infringement in the tackle. Referee signalling that he held a man down in the tackle, so Stevenson chance to make it 16. 10 yards in from the left-hand touchline should suit. The 10 minutes gone in this second half. David Stevenson taking a lot of time and a lot of care, stabs at it and once again misses. So a drop out from the 25.
2 balls on. We're kicking both off.
Long deep kick, well taken by Ettinghausen. Run beautifully this afternoon. He's done it again, scything his way over the halfway line. Lions moving it across field. This pressure bound to tell eventually as it switched on to Powell. Powell coming hard, mauling away at him, taking 3 of them to get him down. Salford sticking to the task manfully, but having to graft awfully hard against a big, strong, fast team. That was a wild, poor pass. Had he knocked on, didn't take it cleanly. Ball rolled before it reached Ashton. He couldn't pick it up off his toes. So it would be Kearns to feed. Kearns puts it in, gets it out onto Bentley, who's gone to stand off. Bentley dummying. Nobody buys it. Salford standing still as they're passing the ball on to Kearns. Kearns getting, they've lost it, been intercepted, snapped up, a race for the line. And Salford backpedaled desperately there, but there was indecision in the play. Now they're paying the price for it. As it comes out onto Lyon. Lyon turning it back inside onto Ettinghausen, onto Crooks. Crooks driving forward over the 25 line. Still on his feet and goes down when in possession. Stevenson from behind the play the ball, coming inside, held 12 yards out. Gibson to cross to Crooks. Crooks holding it, deciding he's going to take them on. He's lost possession. There'll be a scrum down. Kearns to feed. Kearns going round the narrow side with it. Gains 10 very valuable yards as Gibson's come up, and Ashton was up into the line out very quickly. Out to Kearns. Kearns moving it across onto Bentley. Bentley a long pass onto Bragger. Bragger going inside, running strongly. Runs into trouble on his own 25. Salford now making a good break. It's been knocked down. The ball still loose. That's the referee's giving the knock on. Been snapped up by Bentley. The referee having a word with Moran as he protested that should have been play on. And it will be Kearns to feed. Puts it in. Kearns out to Bentley. Bentley holding it, moving it across, back onto Bentley. And his pass has been knocked down. The referee's let it go as Lyons making a break. Gets his pass out onto Stevenson. Stevenson going for the line. Manages to turn it inside onto Gibson. And Gibson's held 8 yards out. Salford out quickly to stop the move. Ashton moving it across the line onto Heron. Heron onto back. Ettinghausen onto Ashton. Ashton sees a gap. He's going for the line. And he's bounced down by the Salford defence. And he loses the ball. Picked up in the air and lost possession. Salford once again back in their own back in their own 25. And the referee says gone straight through. We don't see that so very often. Got to go in again. And the back's collapses, so penalty to Salford. The Salford pack went down on the deck. Referee wanted them up. Chance for Salford to get out of their own 25. And that's a good long kick. 10 yards short of the halfway line. Moran coming up with Herbert. Herbert takes it on. He's on his own as he goes charging forward. Moran gets it on to Brown. Met by 3 forwards before he could really get moving. Out to Kearns. Kearns onto Horo. Back onto Kearns. And Salford just going across the field, not gaining any ground. Horo waiting for the play of the ball. Kick behind the defence. Ettinghausen having to retreat into his own 25. Ettinghausen running it out. Gets away from one tackler. Lobs the ball out onto Lyons. Lyons holding it. Bringing Bentley inside. Bentley beats one. Bentley having a chance for a run now. Still going, eluding people. Good run by Bentley. Covered a lot of ground. Looked elusive, looked strong. He looked fast. Comes on to Powell. Powell running back inside. He's still taking them with him, and he's fallen from behind and put down. Lovely break from Acton half-back. Maskell set Schofield up so well there, and he goes underneath the post. Well, that was a great break by Maskell from Acton half-back, and Schofield, who's so good at ghosting people, was in exactly the right place at the right time to get Leeds the first points on in this second half. 17 minutes gone in the second half. Leeds go into an 18 points to 0 lead. And the simplest of kicks, right in front of the post. And David Stevenson makes it 20. And one can't see anywhere that Salford can get back into this game. They've been the underdogs for the whole. Pose no threat at all to Leeds. Defended stoutly, but had very little to offer in the way of attack. They've been completely and hopelessly pinned down and outpaced. Ball still loose. And he's offside. He was in front of the man who couldn't pick it up cleanly, and at the second attempt he picked it up. The referee rightly gives him offside. David Stevenson finding touch 10 yards inside the Salford half. And that's Salford's ball. Leeds juggling with it, couldn't hold it. And Salford bogged down, finding it difficult to gain any territory. Comes out to Bentley. Bentley holding it, not seeming to know what to do. Bentley hands it on to Kearns. Kearns out to Gibson. Gibson running wide. And Salford in possession have gone a long, long way back.
Come on, Salford.
Indecision in the middle of the field, and now they've an overlap as Bentley holding it, sends a long one out. Turned inside by Hadley. On to Blease. Moran. On to Bentley. Bentley holding it. Sends a long pass and they get it moving, but it's their arms are smothered. Gibson trying to force his way big. Little kick through, being chased nicely and snapped up. Lot of ground gain, good running. Referee says it's the sixth tackle. Medley, almost his first touch of the ball. Back onto Ashton. Ashton across onto Lyon. Lyon running behind his team, trying to dummy his way through. Managed to get his pass in onto Schofield. Schofield coming strongly, going inside. Good running by Schofield, loses his balance, gets up, manages to get his pass in. Ashton moving it across onto Crooks. Crooks had lost it, referee says play on. As Salford turned defence into attack. Long pass out to the wing. Gibson going in, smothers Salford before they can get moving. And this ball has certainly been flirting about this afternoon. She comes out to Kearns. Kearns sends a long pass out. And that's good strong running and a penalty for an offence in the tackle on Brown as he comes strongly onto that. And Salford now almost up to the Leeds 25. Trying to crash the way over on the 25 line. Comes out to Kearns, onto Horo. Horo beats one, knocks off another. Strong running by Horo. Puts a little kick in which bounces so gratefully to Schofield. It bounced so nicely for him. Bentley being flung around. Brown going into the tackle. Crooks, short pass. Powerful running by Medley, streaking down the field. Trying to turn it inside, caught in possession. Powell's up with him, wanting to quick play the ball. Powell on to Ashton. Ashton holding it, moving it across, and it's been intercepted. Bit of carelessness by the Leeds players there. Did a big overlap and didn't use it at all well. Now Salford dancing the way out of trouble. Just outside their own 25. Forwards have grafted so hard this afternoon, but it's been all to no avail. Kearns, a long pass, and it caught Schofield out of position, streaking down the field, powerful running by Salford, going hard for the line, up to the 25. Good running by Salford. Bentley up behind to play the ball. To Blees, to Braga, Braga going inside. Held in the 5th tackle, but they at last have got inside the Leeds 25. Bentley now holding it. Flings a long wide pass. Salford going for the line, turned it back inside, and they're going to get snuffed out in the last tackle, a couple of yards short of the line, so it'll be the rollover. And another substitution being made when they get the chance. I think Salford are holding up number 9. Leeds now flicking it about in their own 25 and bringing it away well. Schofield out onto Bentley. Bentley with a chance of a run. Hesitates, comes inside, beats off one, turns it inside to Schofield, and the referee right in line with it. Immediately in front of us, spotted the forward pass. And Gormley coming on. Kearns to feed. Hanging in the pack. Kearns. On to Bentley. Bentley's pass has been knocked down. David Stevenson dribbling it over the line like a soccer player. Bounces nicely for him. Turns it inside. Lyons now dribbling at it. And Salford have got the penalty. An obstruction. Salford trying to get up on that loose ball. We're obstructed. And it's banged into touch. Salford doing it the hard way as Horo tried to drive his way through. Now it's Brown. Brown's pass has gone astray. Bentley has it. Goes out to Gormley. Gormley coming back down the middle, running into the defenders. Kearns from behind to play the ball. Salford finding it very hard to break this defence. As Braga was caught there. Kearns now. Long one, and it's been knocked on. Referee says gone backwards. Bit of a let-off for Salford. Kick comes straight to Gibson. Coming in field. Running very wide. Jinking. Decides he's going to straighten up. Strong handoff. Out to Schofield. Schofield a long one out to Bentley, which he can't take. Just referee gives the knock on. Game got a bit ragged and a bit scrappy at the moment. Kearns to feed. Leeds lying very flat as Kearns gets it out onto Bentley. Bentley holding it. Bentley making a lovely break down the middle. And a beautiful run by Bentley. Getting it on to Braga. Braga going for the line. He's got plenty of support. Salford going for the line. Whipping back again. Oh, and they're over. And Braga gets his first try. There was an initial break by Bentley. Great break by Bentley. Well backed up. And Braga was on hand to bring back a little bit of pride into this Salford attack. Going over, Braga going over for his first try for Salford. Leeds 20, Salford 4. And the easiest of kicks. And over it goes, 6 points to Salford. Well, that's the first time they've really cracked this Leeds defence, and there are a lot of eager players to get up with the initial break, and Bentley showed a fine turn of speed there as he scythed down the middle, cut through beautifully, and he was very well backed up. Awkward one along the floor, sensibly trapped. And the crowd urging Salford on now, willing them to get back into this game. Long pass to Kearns, Kearns stretching them. He loses his footing. Jones couldn't take it cleanly. And that's a powerful run. Once again, they've broken the defence. And a good tackling by Ettinghauser. Snuffs out the danger, but Salford coming right back into it. They're forced into touch, 10 yards out from the Leeds line.
Come on, Salford!
Ashton to feed, and Ashton gets it out onto Lyons. Lyons to drive his way through, is well tattled. Ashton to Medley, Medley having a running wide, and they split them open. Salford Street having to backpedal now as Stevenson turns it inside, and it's been intercepted. Salford well into the line out, cover defence going across, snuff the move out. Out to Kearns, Kearns holding it, going back inside, going down the middle, good run by Kearns, snatched from behind by his collar by Powell. Bragger doing the run around. Leeds lining up very, very close as Bentley moves it out wide. Schofield hanging on to his man along with Ashton. Long pass. Brown puts a kick in, coming straight to Gibson in his own 25. Gibson coming inside. He's bounced down by the defenders. Leeds now 10 yards outside their own 25. Players bunched together. Crooks comes charging in, taking the Salford defenders with him. Out to Ashton, Ashton moving it across field. Long one on to Gibson, Gibson coming inside.
Once again, second man of the match by Armstrong Pass. Our sponsor today goes to
Lyon dumming, going back inside, held in the fifth tattle. Schofield kicks behind the defence, and it's a good kick, finds it just outside the 25. 7 or 8 minutes still remaining in this game as we go back to just outside the Salford 25. Salford get it out. Gibson having linked up well, and he's snatched out of the air. Comes out to Bentley. Bentley dumbing with it. Hands off one, making his break again. Put down heavily. Gormley having a run from behind to play the ball, takes it up to the halfway line. Bragger behind to play the ball, moves it inside. Bentley moving it across field. Beautifully picked up. Good handling by Salford, but finding can't crack this strong defence. Skern sends a long one, forcing them back inside. Going down the middle, good strong running, and eventually Leeds have to backpedal. Referee says 5 tackles have gone. Kearns waiting at first pass. Bit of hesitation comes out to Kearns. Kearns lobs a kick, being chased by Gormley. It's been knocked down, and Gormley being given offside. Kick to be taken by Schofield on his own 25. Touch judge marks it just inside the Salford half. Maskell coming up onto Bacco. Bacco taking them on, gains 10 yards of ground. Maskell to Powell. Powell decides he's going to play, and there's nobody anywhere near him. Like being in a desert as he takes it up to the 25. And now Leeds are lying very, very deep as Ashton does a switch of direction back inside to Ashton. Ashton out to Lyons, moving it across the line. Leeds driving into the Salford 25. Maskell going, turning over to acting half-back. Having a little run. He made a tremendous run from that position before to set Schofield's last try up. Now Leeds powering the way forward, and once again it's been intercepted. A lobbed pass. This second half, a lot of untidiness has crept into the Leeds play. Salford near their own line again. I mean, bringing the ball away beautifully. Comes out to Kearns. Kearns holding it. Long, wide pass. They've done well to keep it moving. Salford coming down the middle. Horo coming strongly, looking for support, managed to get his pass in. And that's good into passing by Salford. Still keeping it going. And the break is on as they streak down the right wing. Oh, they couldn't. And it's beautifully taken at the second attempt. Get it out. Unfortunately, the last pass is forward. Well, that was good, entertaining, lively, enterprising rugby from Salford. Moved the ball well. And unfortunately for them, the last pass was forward to Mercer out on the wing. Shoots out the Salford side. Ashton round quickly, but Kearns gets away from him. Bentley coming across, hanging on to it. Long pass on to Hadley. Hadley's covered as he's taking it, but he gets away from the defenders. Hadley's still going. Powerful running by Hadley. A good run by Hadley. Takes it up to the 25 line. Long pass out to Kearns, which he does well to take. Kearns holding it. Bringing the ball inside. Salford keeping it moving. Going for the line. Dummying the way and the hell. 12 yards out. Salford still turning it on, lose possession. Short of the line, the referee's going to bring them back for the knock-on. Dying moments of this game, Salford come right back into it. After being the underdogs for so long, they've been playing really well this last 10 minutes. Pack very untidily collapsing, it comes out. Ashton moving it across. And this is where Leeds are dangerous on the break. They're so strong and so fast. Gibson moving it inside. On to Medley. Medley coming wide. Arms are locked. Can't keep the movement going. Maskell on Tobacco. Looking for support, looking to get rid of the ball. Heron sends a long one, moving it out. Stevenson coming inside. Stevenson streaking over the 25 line. Puts a kick in. There's plenty of players up there. And they've overrun it. Tap forward. Ball still loose. And it's knocked on. Well, half of Leeds were up there then. Hesitated after that kick through by David Stevenson when it looked all over another 6 points. They made a mess of it, and so we scrum down right in front of the post, 5 yards out. Will be Kearns to feed. Shoot straight out the side of the scrum. We'll have to go in again. Kearns. Gone loose. Referee giving a knock on and another scrum down, and this time it will be Ashton to feed the scrum. Ashton doing the run around. There a long pass out to Gibson. And it's a walking day. In he goes in at the corner. Make it 24 points to 6. Straight from the scrum. Worked between the scrum half and the loose forward and out to Gibson, and there was no cover for him to beat in all the time in the world to put the ball down. As we come up to the closing minutes of this game, Leeds go into a 24 points to 6 lead. Been in the ascendancy for 90% of this game. David Stevenson has a long kick to take, yard in from the touchline. Right over the touchline. Lifts it high and short. And that brings to an end a highly entertaining game. A game in which Leeds were top dogs the whole time and is truly reflected in the score, the final score. Leeds 24, Salford 6. This is your commentator, John McDermott.